Yes, you read that right. My community is beefing with me because of ChatGPT. Transmoodiness. A podcast where we proudly say the quiet part out loud and wear our hearts on our sleeve. Sipping a juice while listening to this podcast is encouraged. My name's Elisa. If you've never met me, my name is Elisa. And if you have met me, good to see you. Good that we're here again. You guys, this isn't the first time I've had a little bit of an internet dragging situation. And honestly, every time I do have an internet dragging situation, it shows me that I am geared for this life. And most of the time, I really do learn something. Most of the time, I really do feel the other side. And I feel like I grow out of it. This is one thing that I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. I have to be stern and I have to be stable in my beliefs about the situation because I am not wrong. I made a TikTok a few days ago and I said, if we're having a conversation and it comes up that you are asking ChatGPT for advice, anything that you say to me moving forward has no validity. That's what I said, basically. Did I think I would get pushback? Honestly, I didn't think about it too much, but I just thought about like the people who were gonna understand and resonate. Because those are the people that it's for, right? And I did have some of those, but an overwhelming majority was from the ChatGPT warriors. And that made me feel like I needed to stand my ground even harder. Because why in the hell are you asking a computer for advice thinking that you're about to expand your brain? Going to ChatGPT with questions about what's going on in your real life, looking for advice as if it is a therapist. Mind you, ChatGPT essentially is like 3 years old. You're basically talking to a toddler. Sure, maybe an advanced toddler, but you're talking to someone that doesn't know shit about shit. If you were to ask ChatGPT something about 2010 that it literally can't find an article for online, it would never know it. I want to first hit on the problem on a human level with going to a computer with your issues. It is at this point common knowledge that social media has changed the way that we connect and interact with people in general. Whether it be your family, whether it be friends, whether it be an acquaintance, social media has kind of made everyone feel a little bit closer, has given everyone a little peek under the rug of your life. Granted, it's totally curated most of the time. Sometimes it can get really messy, but for the most part, this is completely curated. This is Instagram, for example, is like a portfolio, but of who you are. And it's completely curated. It's search engine optimized. It's got perfect grammar. And you lied a little bit because you know you didn't do that. You know you don't have that skill that you said that you have, but you lied. Social media is that, okay? People are comparing themselves, which is comparing yourself all day, all night, at any point that you'd like to, whether you have met this person or you have not met this person, trying to put yourself in their shoes and understand their life when literally you never would. It does change something to the brain chemistry. Yes, you can make that work for you, or you can let that eat you alive. But even more than that, you also can use it to create parasocial relationships, and that's really fucking insane if you think about it. We learned very quickly that you are being perceived. You're putting yourself in a position to be perceived. And I think that's why people are so uncomfortable, because they don't understand how to navigate that perception just yet. And we're just talking about social media. We're not even fucking talking about AI right now. We're literally working our way there. Already you can kind of see how disconnect comes about. People are falling in love online. People are falling in love with people that don't even exist online. Cough, cough, catfish. So yeah, the place that we're in right now is fucking weird. When you take 10 years of all of that, because it's been, I don't know, maybe it's even been like 20 years. It's been 1 or 2 decades, or in the middle. It's definitely been over 10 years since our brains have started to adapt to this new way of thinking. And we are the guinea pigs. We are the first generations seeing this ever. Yeah, people have always kind of done something like this with their community, but now you're doing it on a worldwide front. If you have an open account, anyone can access it. If you don't have an open account, people can break in. Like, you are putting yourself in a much more vulnerable position, and you are being perceived by, even if you have like 200 followers, that's like having 200 people in your house at once. That's already weird as fuck. We don't acknowledge it, but it's weird as fuck. I mean, maybe, anyway, I'm not going to get into that because now people are getting more comfortable with it, but that's not what we're here about. When you take already thinking you have to curate your life, and when you have to sit in your house and be alone with yourself, all of these thoughts are built up, they're festered, and they're boiling. And that's why, like, we have a hard time disconnecting and being alone and just like understanding life at that level, because we don't sit back and think about it, because we have so much access to this thing where we see other people's lives and we can just, stuff ourselves in the shoes of other people's lives. Anyway, enough of that. Well, I guess not enough of that, because when you take that baggage with you into the new AI era and all these issues that you think you're having because you don't know how to connect with people because everyone kind of has a facade. Not everyone kind of has a facade, but social media has made us not feel or be as authentic. Yes, you can do it, but it actually takes a lot of work, and it actually affects basically everyone who's on it. The people who aren't on it are the ones who are truly winning, because they don't have to be on yet another hamster wheel of life. Now you think you have someone you can trust. Now you think you have a friend in chat. So you start talking to chat about all of your issues and start trying to understand life through the lens of a fucking computer that only knows what humans have created. It doesn't know anything beyond that. So now you're still you're comparing the way that you would think, or you're not even allowing yourself to think a certain way because you're using the bias of the internet to shape your thoughts. AI is using the internet to answer your questions. It's literally can't live without fucking Wi-Fi. It's oxygen. I just feel so deeply and so passionately, and I haven't even gotten into the environmental side of things. And I'm not going to go that deep into it because I haven't even taken myself that deep into that yet, because I'm like stuck on the psychological effects of it. It really just makes me quiver. And if I think about it long enough, I could shed a tear. I digress though. So not only are you going to this thing to help you understand your own human emotions, it is not a human. It is not, I mean, damn, it's probably about to gain a consciousness in a second if it doesn't already have one. Because everything is fucking energy. Anyway, now I'm dropping the F-bombs, y'all. I'm like getting hot here in my room. I'm literally sitting in my room. It's getting toasty in this bitch. When you have an issue, you are not going to turn to yourself to try to resolve this issue. You're not even going to try to turn to your mom or your friends if you have any friends. And no shade, no tea. But I'm just saying the internet has made this a little bit more difficult for everyone. And it has made it easier. True. Yes, it has. But it's also made people not need to connect with humans because they can connect through the internet. We are still using this damn Wi-Fi. And if it's not the Wi-Fi, it's the 5G, and it's really all the same thing. Now you're turning to this thing to connect with you. Now the feelings you would feel from a human, you get it from a thing you literally can't even hug. And I'm not the most touchy person, and I am trying to work on being more affectionate in that way. But a computer is never going to give me the affection that an actual human can give me. And to be honest, we're developing the mindsets of these fucking computers when we're on chat and we're talking to AI about personal issues. Human connection is real. Human connection is a necessity. Human connection is critical for well-being. You're not going to get it from AI. You're just not going to. I can't believe this is a real conversation that I'm having. And I can't believe so many people are so far gone. Like, what do you mean? Like, literally someone in TikTok filtered it out. I approved it, and I actually clapped back at them, which I don't really do that often. But they were like, they left a comment and said, well, I'm just going to tell chat how much I don't like you and how you would benefit from her, with the heart emoji. Her? What in the fuck? Now we're gendering the computers? I just can't. Like, not only are we losing the ability to connect with people, we are now starting to lose the ability to think for ourselves. Do you not see how big of a fucking issue that is? This is not cool. What the heliante? Dead ass. Like, at this point, I don't want to say we're going to agree to disagree, because I don't even agree with disagreeing. I disagree to disagree. How the fuck do you not understand how important it is to connect with people? And sure, maybe the people in your life aren't it, but there are literally billions with a B of people. And I get it. That doesn't mean 100% of them are compatible or eligible, but there are some. Get the fuck outdoors. Close that computer. Turn off that phone. And I know you're listening to this on a phone, but I'm not AI. I came up with this idea all on my own. And to be honest, fucking ChatGPT itself probably has beef with me now with its conscious ass. I genuinely love human connection. And yes, I am a pretty isolated person because of just the place that I'm at in my life right now, but that doesn't mean I don't value human connection. I've been social all weekend, and I'm really, really grateful, and I'm happy that I have been, and it's helping me understand. I mean, it makes me think about myself on a social media social level, because now I feel like we need to integrate that into the social pyramid too, the way that it just it hangs on our lives. I want to open the floor to you guys. I want to actually hear your thoughts. Now I'm putting this online again, and sure, maybe some people are going to feel away, but I am putting this on Substack, and I know my people are on there. I want to find my community, and I just want to understand, how are you guys navigating these situations with ChatGPT, with people talking to ChatGPT, with trying to connect with people? Because I know the places that I'm putting this are for people who want to connect with people. How are we connecting with people? Like, I don't want to hear, sure, share the stories about someone saying something really crazy about the advice they got from ChatGPT, because yes, that's entertaining, but also share the stories about where you're going to find your people, because dead ass, I will not be turning to Chat, I will not be turning to Claude, I will not be turning to Google fucking Gemini, whatever they are. I won't. I refuse. I literally refuse. And the people who are creating these platforms would never ever do that. They're giggling at the fucking top of a fucking mountain with a house on it with their little friends. Come on, you guys. Come on. Don't get played like a fiddle. Come on. No. Sorry, mama had a lecture yet. But I just, that's really insane to me. Human connection is so important. I'm sick of this shit. Anyway. Thank you so much for listening. Subscribe. We got a really good interview coming out on Thursday. New vlog on Sunday. New podcast next Tuesday, baby. Thank you so much for listening to the Sunday Morning Juice Trans Moodiness podcast. I want to hear your experiences and I want to hear what you have to say. So make sure to subscribe on Substack and wherever you get your podcasts. Join the community, join the chat room, and leave your comments. There is so much to unpack in this life. See you next Tuesday.